Retinal toxicity of distinct concentrations of a dye extract from the acai fruit, Euterpoleraceae in rabbits. Basic principles of a new dye for convitrectomy in humans. My name is Rafael Caiado from São Paulo, Brazil. The aim of this study was to evaluate the toxicity of these different acai fruit dye concentrations using a rabbit model. Animals were divided into three groups according to dye concentration 10, 25, and 35%. pH and osmolarity were controlled and established to be 7 and 300 respectively. The lyophilized dye was prepared in a sterile environment and diluted in 1 ml of polyvinyl alcohol. All surgical and examination procedures were performed under anesthesia using an intramuscular injection. The dye was injected in the right eye at the superior temporal sclera 2 mm posterior to the limbus. The left eye was injected with BSS for control. The animals were submitted at baseline to the exams. At 24 hours and 7 days after intravitreal injection, the exams were repeated in 3 animals of each concentration. They were euthanized at 24 hours and 7 days to perform histology by LM and TEM. So the results by a full-field scotopic analysis were, at baseline, no statistical significant difference was observed for the groups tested for both dark adapted 0.01 and 3.0 egg. This was an expected result. At 24 hours, amplitude for both analyses revealed statistical difference. The values in these moments tended to decrease. Further histological images will confirm these findings. After 7 days, the values for all concentrations showed a trend to recovery. Fundus imaging, fluorescent angiography, and OCT at baseline, 24 hours and 7 days after intravitreal injection showed normal findings independent of the concentration tested. Decrease of vitreous opacity was observed through time. As you can see, the images for 10%, 25%, and 35% were similar. This is evidence that the acai dye has an efficient potential to be eliminated from the eye tissues. Histological examination by LM of eyes injected with the tested dye at 10 and 10.5%, no major anatomic signs of toxicity, and presented a similar histological appearance to controls, without signs of altered retinal anatomy or inflammation at any of the tested time points, 24 hours or 7 days. Animals receiving 35% intravitreal injections presented suggestive gangliocell edema and discrete herfaciation of outer nuclear layer at 24 hours. Ultrastructural analysis revealed that concentrations of 10 and 25% did not disturb the appearance of retinal layers and were present or similar to the control eye. However, at 35% image showed the gangliocell layers showed discrete swelling. At 24 hours, we observed mitochondrial damage. At 7 days, multilamellar bodies. In the inner nuclear layer, at 24 hours, we observed damage to the nerve bundles. At 24 hours and 7 days, damage to the mitochondria. At 7 days, we also observed multilamellar bodies in a smaller extent. No abnormalities were seen in the outer nuclear layer. At the inner and outer photoreceptor segment, we did not observe major abnormalities, but mitochondrial crystal disarrangement were seen in the inner segment at 24 hours and at 7 days, but in a smaller extent. Therefore, we can conclude 10 and 25% acai dye concentrations did not cause significant functional and morphological toxicity. However, the 35% concentration showed evidence of morphologic and functional abnormalities suggestive of temporary toxic effects at 24 hours follow-up. Thank you.